I think personally, Homelander is one of the greatest TV show villains of all time. Well, at least in Season 1. I don't think Season 2 exactly fits what the writers want Homelander to be. They want Homelander to be this terrifying, unstoppable, scary superhero that could snap and destroy the entire world at any second. I think Season 1 perfectly showed Homelander as that, but I think Season 2 just kind of ruined it all. But in order to find out what Season 2 did wrong, we need to find out what Season 1 did right. When the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War dropped, everyone was terrified of Thanos.
Destiny still arrives.
Which is pretty funny because, well, he's just standing there, doing nothing. He's come out in movies previously before that, but every time he does, he just sits there and does nothing. Which is exactly why him standing there is so intimidating. And since Thanos has never done anything for the past few movies, we don't know how powerful he is, so we're constantly thinking to ourselves, how strong is this guy? Which is almost like the same thing for Homelander, but the only difference is that Homelander actually does establish his powers. Since Thanos is barely stepping in and we've never seen him do anything, we don't know how strong he is, but we know he is going to be strong. But when Homelander waits and does nothing, it's more scarier because we actually do get to see how powerful he is. Every time Homelander has to do something in Season 1, he's never hurt. Yeah, it's against regular people, but since we see that he has zero struggle, we kinda ask ourselves, what can hurt him? Even though he is just killing regular people, we never have an establishment of what can hurt him, so in our minds, he's just invincible. Homelander is a lot more powerful than Superman in Season 1. And you can't really argue with me because Superman has had a cut in his face and Homelander has not. And we've also seen that Zod can put up with his powers very easily. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. Well, no crap, it's Zod. But Zod pretty much proved the fact that someone can survive Superman's powers. But we haven't had that with Homelander. Homelander has never been scratched in the face because he has no weakness. Homelander has never had a fight with a strong foe because there is no one as strong as him. I could even say that Homelander can beat Goku in a battle, and you can't really argue with me because although I've never seen Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure Goku has been hurt before and Homelander has never been hurt before, so Homelander is pretty much invincible. You might be asking yourself, why am I trying to prove the fact that Homelander is basically invincible? I want you to imagine Season 1 Homelander if he was constantly getting beat up by everyone and having bruises over his face. That would ruin the entire point of the character because the show is trying to make us scared of the fact that he could snap on the world at any second, but how do you want us to be scared of him snapping at the world if we know for a fact we can beat him? But since Season 1 never gives him a weakness or shows us a foe as strong as him, that fear of him snapping in the world is created perfectly. So now that we know what Season 1 did to make Homelander so good, let's look at what Season 2 did to ruin all of it. The three main superpowers that Homelander has that makes him super powerful is his eye lasers, his strength, and his flight. We've never actually seen anyone survive his eye lasers, we've never seen anyone stronger than him or as strong as him. You could say Queen Mai, but we've never seen the two physically fight, so you can't really say so. And we never see anyone else in the show able to fly, or at least fly as fast and efficiently as he does. But then we run into this new character named Stormfront. And in just one scene, she manages to ruin everything that made Homelander seem so powerful. The power of him flying no longer means anything because she can fly as well, and they can also both use that power for naughty things. The power of his strength no longer means anything, but she can easily throw him around the room and punch him like she's Amber Heard and he's Johnny Depp. And the power of his eye lasers no longer mean anything because she can take them and be perfectly fine. So everything that made Homelander so scary and powerful applies to her as well. But that isn't the problem is how exactly she gets hurt during her fight. She gets kicked and punched around by a bunch of characters who have been scared of Homelander the entire show. So if they beat up the character who is able to stand toe-to-toe to Homelander, can't they beat up Homelander themselves? And out of everything you could have goddamn chose, you chose to hurt her with a regular goddamn knife. And since she's the only character who can go toe-to-toe with Homelander, you make Homelander look a lot weaker. Which ruins the point of his character. I'm not saying they shouldn't have killed off her character, I'm just saying you could have at least took off this scene, or at least had her die in some way that was super powerful and not by a kitchen knife. Oh wait, sorry, she doesn't actually get killed by the kitchen knife, this is how she dies. Yeah, she dies from Homelander's son's lasers. As if she wasn't able to take Homelander's lasers like nothing. And if Homelander was holding back on his lasers, it still doesn't matter because if he ever snaps on the world, they can just use his son's lasers to defeat him. And the reason I know this would work is because the show establishes Stormfront as the equal of Homelander. If she was able to throw Homelander around like nothing, then I'm positive those lasers would also hurt Homelander. I'm not saying you have to have Homelander be goddamn invincible in order to be scary, I'm just saying you should have him be stronger than everyone else or have his weakness be something that isn't easy to get a hold of. The whole point of Homelander is that we're supposed to be scared that he could snap and destroy the entire world at any second, but that fear is no longer there when the equivalent clone of him is easily killed by a goddamn kitchen knife. So yeah, that's how I think Season 2 ruined Homelander. Whether or not they can actually fix him in Season 3, I'm not too sure. It'd take a goddamn miracle for that to happen, but I'm still willing to watch it.